I love you.
I love you.
Happy Valentine's Day, baby.
Happy Valentine's Day. You look handsome.
Thank you. Anytime you go to cook garlic, make sure you crack it, because it releases the juices from the garlic when you cook it. And now all these juices in there are going to be released inside whatever you're cooking.
Yum.
So we just finished chopping our garlic so we can put it with our mashed potatoes.
Taters.
So I'm going to put a little bit of butter, by that I mean a lot of butter, in the pan. Let that melt. Throw in the garlic. Throw in a bit of lemon juice. We're going to add a little bit of oil just to give it a little bit more of that thicker consistency. Just kind of stir it up just a little bit as our garlic cooks. It smells good.
A lot of bit of salt.
A lot of bit of salt. Flip over. Add some pepper. This is good now. It's got a nice little brown to the garlic. So turn on the oven to 450 and let that sit.
And make sure you take stuff out of the oven. Let me see your shame face.
We turn on the oven so we can preheat our cast iron so that we can get a nice sear on the steak when we're ready to cook it. So we're gonna check our mashed potatoes now, and they are perfectly done. Alright, so now we're going to do our mashed potatoes. So we're gonna take our butter garlic and we're just going to infuse it into the potatoes. Get all that buttery goodness. Okay, and we're gonna take a little bit of heavy cream and we are gonna start mashing. Okay, we have our mashed potatoes. Now we are going to start prepping the red wine mushroom sauce. So let's do it. Oil, heat on high, mushrooms in, salt, pepper, a little bit more oil, fry them up. Let them cook for about 45 minutes. Lose half a cup of red wine, dried, flame on low. Cover that up. Right, now that our sauce is nice and browned up, we can now add our heavy cream. Stir it up. As Gordon Ramsay says, taste your product. So you're gonna take your steaks out. We got New York strip steaks.
You guys are beautiful.
Men, hear me out. If you use these basic seasonings, you can season anything.
Wait, quick question from the audience. Why does that only apply to men?
To impress their dates. Salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. When you go to season, apply very generously. I would say about 60% of the spices come off on the pan.
Pepper Bay.
Roll it in the spice so you don't lose any of it.
Whee. I just want to get footage of you actually cleaning up after yourself while you cook.
Alright, so it's time to cook our steak. Take our cast iron out, turn it on high, some oil in the pan. Always try to do the cap of the fat first. Cover it and put it on medium. Alright, so we like our steaks a little bit more rare, so I would consider this baby to be done. Mashed potatoes. Now we are going to coat our steak with our mushroom sauce, and you have a Valentine's Day dinner. Holy crap.
Oh my god. It's so good.
Potatoes? Ready? You're gonna hit the ceiling.
I'm really bad at this. Oh wait, come on! It keeps faking me out. I literally can't.
That's good. Titi.
I love you. So I asked some people on Instagram for like things that they want to hear us talk about, and one of them was like something that I think is really important for like us in our relationship and just for like people to know, I guess. So the question was, would you be able to pick my butthole out in a lineup?
There was that one time.
Okay, cut. There were two that were actually really cute, and I do want to ask them. If you could dedicate any song to me, what would it be? And don't say crazy bitch.
There goes my selection. So there's this song that you probably don't know. It's called Only You by this band called Soletta, and it's absolutely adorable. It would absolutely be the song I would dedicate. What would your song be?
Maybe by James Arthur.
Oh, of course.
I would. And the other one was, what is the biggest lesson that you learned from past relationships?
Wow, that's a big one. Each side should be putting 100% towards the relationship, because it makes for a very one-sided relationship when one side is and one isn't, and that sucks for that person.
Mine is kind of related to that. If people want to be with you or want to see you or want to talk to you or, you know, whatever, they will. Like, you shouldn't have to drag those things out of people. Like, people will just put in the effort if they actually want to do it.
What is your happiest moment together? For me, every time we go paddleboarding and seeing you with like that sunset behind you and stuff, like it's just straight bliss, and I love it a lot.
Remember that night when we were in the shower and we weren't doing anything sexual? We were just listening to a live version of like Reliant K, that whole album, and it was like over an hour long. We were just like hanging out, just standing there as if we were like in a bar and like singing and dancing and just like fun. Having fun. I really loved that moment.
Me too.
I have one more question. Was there a moment where you were like, I want to date this person?
Okay, so it was really early on, actually. I remember texting one of my friends and just being like, I'm definitely gonna marry this girl for sure. Like, from the moment that we started talking, you could tell there was a connection there, but like, you genuinely made me laugh. I'll laugh at things that I don't think are funny to be nice, but you genuinely made me laugh so many times at that point that I was just like, okay, she's a fun, interesting, like, cool girl that I just want to date for sure.
Yes.
You?
I don't know. I didn't prepare an answer.
Cool.
This is gonna sound even more weird because it's like really early on. But I remember the first day that we were talking, and like we were talking about like Bumble because we met on Bumble. But we were talking about like how weird it is like to talk to people on dating apps, and I was like telling you about some of my experiences, how like if I'm like not interested, like guys are like,
oh, she's just a bitch.
Alright, well fuck you then. Like,
yeah.
And like I remember I told you a specific incident. You like were trying to be comforting, but you also were like testing the waters to see like where my sense of humor was at. You like kind of made a joke, but it was like it could have been covered up if it needed to be. And I was like, oh no, it's absolutely hilarious. Like, and you were like, oh, thank God. Like, I remember you were like so relieved that I was like, no, that's funny. I was just like, okay, this person will actually like understand my sense of humor. And there was also something else, like, you like would do something so simple, like go take a shower, and you would be, and like if we were talking, you would be like, hey, like, I'm gonna go take a shower, so if I don't answer, like, that's why. And part of me felt like sad because I felt like you were like trained to like, God forbid you didn't answer. But another part of me was like, wow, you're like very considerate and you'll never just like leave me hanging. I really loved that, like when you did that. And I can remember telling you like, hey, you don't have to do that, like it's okay, you can not answer me for a little while. And you were just like, well, no, like I'm gonna keep doing it because like I never want you to feel like I'm ignoring you. And I don't think I've ever experienced that before. And I was like, okay, he's the real deal. Happy Valentine's Day!
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
This is our new foster.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this episode.
You know the drill. Like, comment, share with your friends.
What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day?
And let us know if you make the recipe that Jake made for me.
We'll see you guys next time.
Okay, bye!